Hello students, as we are solving important NCERT textbook questions from Structure of an Atom. Today's important question starts from 32nd. Come on, let us solve. Show that the circumference of the Bohr's orbit for the hydrogen atom in an integral multiple of the de Broglie's wavelength associated with the electron revolving around the orbit. Yes, actually the statement says to prove. Yes, let us prove for this one. See, circumference. What is it? Circumference of Bohr's orbit? Circumference equal to 2 pi r, that you know very well. So that is circumference of the Bohr's orbit, the electrons revolving around the sun, that is for the hydrogen atom in an integral multiple. Okay, now as we are talking about the circumference, here we have to go for angular momentum angular momentum, that is mvr equal to nh by 2 pi. Okay, now we have to check the v, velocity. So that means how can we rearrange this formula? Here nh by 2 pi mr. Shall we write it like this? Okay, now let us keep as it is. Now let us go for that de Broglie's wave equation. So what it is de Broglie's wave equation? Broglie's wave equation. So de Broglie's wave equation, lambda is equal to h by p. What is it p? P equal to mv, that is momentum. Momentum, it is mass and velocity. Okay, so that means lambda is equal to h by mv. So this is de Broglie's wavelength equation. Now let us apply that here. What is that v value here? What we receive, that value we can apply over here. So lambda is equal to h by, here what it is, h by m into n h by 2 pi m r. Yes, okay. Now let us check, this m and this m will be cancelled, this h and this h will be cancelled. Now remaining what it is, lambda is equal to 2 pi r. This will go upwards, so 2 pi r divided by n. So this is the lambda equation, right? Now circumference, what is the formula? So circumference equal to circumference circumference divided by lambda is equal to, what is its circumference formula? 2 pi r. 2 pi r divided by lambda formula, what it is? 2 pi r 2 pi r divided by n. So that means these 2 pi r and this 2 pi r will be cancelled. So remaining what it is? N. So lambda is equal to n. That's all. I hope you got a clear idea about how to solve this to prove. Say circumference equal to 2 pi r. Generally electron revolving around the orbit, that is actually according to Bohr's atomic theory. Now, angular momentum, what it has mentioned, mvr equal to nh by 2 pi. Yes, fine. Now, that means let us bring that v over here. So, nh by 2 pi mr. So, this point, let us come over here. Yes, fine. Now, according to de Broglie's wavelength, actually associating we are mentioning now. So, associating, that means de Broglie's wave equation we are bringing here. That is lambda equal to h by p. What it is p? Momentum. So what it is, p equal to mv. So let us bring like that. Lambda is equal to h by mv. Yes, fine. So in this wavelength, in that v value what received, that we are applying. Yes, fine, got it. Yes, so lambda is equal to h by m into nh by 2 pi mr. Yes, got it. Now, so according to that, as we are removing all those things, so lambda equal to 2 pi r by n. So the equation got it for the lambda wavelength. Now circumference divided by lambda. So circumference divided by lambda equal to 2 pi r divided by 2 pi r n. So you are receiving n. So from this we can make out the circumference of the Bohr's orbit for the hydrogen atom in an integral multiple of the de Broglie's wave equation associated with the electron revolving around the orbit. Yes, fine, it's correct. Yes, you got the proof. Yes, let us go for the another question. Yes. Now let us check another question. What transition in the hydrogen spectrum would have the same wavelength as the Balmer transition n equal to 4, n equal to 2 of the helium spectrum, that is He plus spectrum. Let us check whether it is same wavelength or not according to this question. So this is for the transition of hydrogen spectrum, and that would have the same wavelength as Balmer's transition n equal to 4 and n equal to 2 of the helium He plus spectrum. So according to this nu bar equal to 1 by lambda, that is wave number is reciprocal of the wavelength, is equal to 109,677 into 1 by n1 squared minus 1 by n2 squared into z squared, right? So this formula, let us check. Here we can utilize that lambda 1 is equal to lambda 2. That is 1 by lambda 1 is equal to 1 by lambda 2. Let us check that value. Now here n1 equal to 4, n2 is equal to 2, this value. Okay, now let us apply the value here. So here 109,677 into 1 by 4 square. So according to this formula, 1 by 4 square minus 1 by, here what it is, 2 square into, here helium what it is, 2 square equal to, here what it is, 109,677 into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square into 1 square. This is hydrogen, this is helium, and that is hydrogen. So you have to check whether both are same or not. So here 109,677 into 1 by 16 minus 1 by 4 into 4 equal to 109,677 into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square into 1. Okay, so that means here what you will get as your calculating thing, if you calculate here 3 by 4 is equal to 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. This is the only you will receive. So that means here LHS is equal to RHS. N1 equal to 1, N2 equal to 2. Suppose if we have put like this also, LHS left side is equal to right side RHS. So here the transition from N1, N equal to 1 to N equal to 2. So these both have the same wavelength as we merge like this. I hope you got an idea how to follow. Yes, let's go for the next question. Now let us check another question. Calculate the energy required for the process helium plus converted to helium 2 plus plus electron. ionization energy for the hydrogen atom in the ground state, they have given the value 2.18 into 10 to the power of 18. 2.18 into 10 to the power of 18 joule per atom. Okay, we have to calculate the energy required for this process. Okay, they themselves have given energy required for to do this process. En equal to 2.18 into 10 to the power of minus 18 joule per atom divided by n square into z square. Okay, so here z, it is what it is, helium. So helium He2 plus is equal to 2 atomic number. So let us apply the value here. 2.18 into 10 to the power of minus 18 joule into 2 squared divided by 1 square, that is from the ground state they mention n1 and n2, so you will get 1 square. So you will get what it is, 2.18 into 10 to the power of minus 18 into 4 divided by 1. So you will get 8.72 into 10 to the power of minus 18 joule. The energy required to do the process, which is 8.72 into 10 to the power of minus 18 joule. I hope you got a clear idea. This is very simple. Actually, question number 16 to 20 questions related to this point only, ionization potential. Just to watch that video also, I hope you will get an idea. See, here actually they mentioned directly positive. That means there is no minus sign, there is a plus sign only. That's why directly I went to that formula. Otherwise, to remove that minus, then we will go for another step. I hope you got a clear idea. Yes, come on, let's go for that another question. This question, it's really interesting. 2 into 10 to the power of 8 atoms of carbon are arranged side by side. Calculate the radius of carbon atom if the length of the arrangement is 2.4 centimeter. See, the carbon atoms are arranged side by side like this. So the length of the arrangement of carbon atom, it is 2.4 centimeter. Right, so this is the arrangement of carbon atom side by side. Calculate the radius of the carbon. See, radius of the carbon you have to calculate it. So actually, how many atoms? Number of atoms, 2 into 10 to the power of 8 atoms of carbon. I hope you got an idea. Now, let us find out the length of the arrangement. First and foremost, length of the arrangement. Arrangement of carbon atom. How much it is? 2.4 centimeter. This is. Okay. Now, in that, total number of carbon atoms, how much? Total number of carbon atoms. Carbon atoms equal to how much? 2 into 10 to the power of 8 atoms. Okay, now let us check the radius. Before that, let us find out the length of the arrangement of carbon. Length of the arrangement. Arrangement of carbon atoms equal to number of atoms. Total number of carbon atoms. Total number of carbon atoms into diameter of carbon atom. Diameter of carbon atom. Right. So let us apply the value. This is 2.4 centimeter equal to total number of atom. It is 2 into 10 to the power of 8 atoms into diameter. See, diameter we don't know. If we find the diameter, definitely we will find the radius. So D is equal to 2.4 divided by 2 into 10 to the power of 8 atoms. This is centimeter and this is atom. So you will get 1.2 into 10 to the power of minus 8 centimeter. You will get it. So this is the diameter. Now let us find the radius. What is that radius formula? Radius of diameter? Radius of diameter. Diameter. Radius of carbon atom. Sorry. Radius of carbon atom. Radius of carbon atom equal to diameter by 2. So what it is diameter? Here you received 1.2, right? So 1.2 into 10 to the power of minus 8 centimeter, right? Divided by 2. So the diameter divided by 2. So you will get 6 into 10 to the power of minus 8. 8, no, here 1. So minus 9 centimeter. So the radius of the carbon atom, as they have given value, radius of the carbon atom, if that arrangement of the length, it is 2.4. Radius, it is 6 into 10 to the power of minus 9 centimeter. I hope you got a clear idea how to follow first and foremost what is the length and the number of atoms arrangement. Then you will find that diameter. If you find the diameter, you will get the radius. In that way, I just brought it to you. Hope you got a clear idea about this question. Come on, let's go for the next question. This question also same like last question. It's very interesting to know about it. Before that, last question answer we got 6 into 10 to the power of minus 9 centimeter. We got it. Now we have to convert it into nanometer. See, in this question also related to changing that nanometer, picometer, like that is what purposely I just brought this question to you. Last answer, it is 6 into 10 to the power of minus 9 centimeter. Yes, fine. Now you have to convert that into nanometer. So that means 1 by centimeter inverse into 10 to the power of 7 equal to 1 nanometer. This is one formula. 1 by centimeter inverse into 10 to the power of 7 equal to 1 nanometer. Let us apply this equation. 6 into 10 to the power of minus 9 centimeter into 10 to the power of 7. You will get 0.06 into 10 to the power of minus 9 nanometer. Or directly you can put it nanometer or 0.06 into 10 to the power of minus 9 meter. I hope you got a clear idea about that question. Yes, let us go for this question. Here, diameter of zinc atom is 2.6 Armstrong. 2.6 Armstrong. Calculate the radius of zinc atom in picometer. They have given the diameter of the zinc is this much Armstrong. Calculate the radius of the zinc atom in picometer. See now here picometer, like how we changed to nanometer, here we have to change in picometer. This is Armstrong value they have given. Now we have to convert the picometer of the radius of what they have given. Yes, and number of atoms present in the length of 1.6 centimeter. So the arrangement of zinc atom, it was like that. So what is that arrangement? Here 1.6 centimeter. If the zinc atoms are arranged side by side in the lengthwise. Yes, let us go and identify. Yes, I'll rub this point. now here in this diameter of the zinc, what is the diameter of the zinc? Diameter of the zinc equal to how much? 2.6 Armstrong. So radius of the zinc, radius of the zinc, diameter by 2, diameter by 2. So you will get 2.6 divided by Armstrong. Divided by 2, you will get 1.3 Armstrong. Okay, now here the conversion. 1 Armstrong equal to 1 into 10 to the power of minus 10 meter. The same way, 1 picometer, we have to convert it into picometer. 1 picometer, 1 into 10 to the power of minus 12 meter. So that means here 1.3 into 10 to the power of minus 10 meter into 10 to the power of minus 12. This is picometer, right? So 10 to the power of 12. So you will get 1.3 into 10 to the power of 2 meter. Right? Okay, fine. You got it. The first one, what it is? Diameter of zinc is this one. Calculate the radius of zinc atom. Yes, we found. Okay. Now, and number of atoms present in the length. So, number of atoms present in the length of 1.6 centimeter if the zinc atoms are arranged in the side by side. Okay, so here number of atoms equal to number of atoms equal to length divided by diameter. This is the formula. Length divided by diameter. Length how much? 1.6. Diameter what they have given? 2.6. 1.6 centimeter. Please note down. Length it is 1.6 centimeter. Whereas here number of atoms of diameter of here it is 2.6 into 10 to the power of minus 10 meter Armstrong, right? So we converted into centimeter only. Then only it will be easy for us to what to say, calculate it. Okay, so here minus 8 centimeter, minus 10 meter, we converted into 2.6 into 10 to the power of minus 8 centimeter. Yes, okay, you just check it. So what is the answer? You will get it. Here you will get 0.61538 into 10 to the power of 8 atoms. Right, number of atoms only they are asking. So number of atoms it is 0.613538 into 10 to the power of 8 atoms. Okay, now let us write like this: 6.154 into 10 to the power of 7 atoms. That's all the answer. So number of atoms is this one. So generally number of atoms equal to length divided by diameter of the zinc atoms. Diameter of the zinc atoms. So diameter of the zinc atoms they have provided here length of the arrangement of side by side atoms it is 1.6. Okay. I hope you got a clear idea, and the conversion point also I hope you got a clear idea. Yes, come on, let's go for the next question. Next to one more interesting question. A certain particle carries 2.5 into 10 to the power of minus 16 coulomb of static electric charge. Calculate the number of electrons present in it. You have to find out that number of electrons. They have given the total charge of that certain particle. Okay, first and foremost, if we find one electron charge, then total electron charge, you will find the number of electrons. That's all that is a point to tell. Okay, so charge on one electron equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. So this already you have learned it in that some basic concepts of chemistry in the charge of electron, charge of proton you have learned. Okay, now here total charge. Here total charge, what it is? Total charge equal to 2.5 into 10 to the power of minus 16 coulomb. So number of electrons equal to total charge divided by charge on one electron, charge on one electron, right? So that means here 2.5 into 10 to the power of minus 16 coulomb divided by 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb, not centimeter, coulomb. So you will get 1563 electrons. Got it? I hope you got a clear idea. Here the next question also same as it is last question. In Millikan experiment, static charge on oil drop has been obtained by shining X-rays. If the static electric charge on the oil drop is 1.282 into 10 to the power of minus 18 coulomb, calculate the number of electrons present in it. Same idea you have to follow. Charge on one electron. Charge on one electron equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. So the total charge. Here static oil drop, no? Here static electric charge on that oil drop, it is 1.282 into 10 to the power of minus 18 coulomb. So the number of electrons equal to magnitude of the total charge, that is total charge divided by charge on one electron, so here total charge 1.282 into 10 to the power of minus 18 coulomb divided by charge on one electron, what it is, 1.6, right? 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. So what is the answer you will get? You will get 8.00 electron. I hope you got a clear idea about this question. Yes? Fine? Yes. Okay. From all these questions from NCERT textbooks only we followed. I hope these methods are very easy for you to understand. And thank you for watching. Please subscribe this channel and please hit the bell icon and you will get all the notification. Yes, fine. Thank you.